The elements of a legal contract. Remember I said all policies of insurance are actually contracts. So there's 4 elements that you're going to want to know for test purposes. The first part is there has to be an agreement between the 2 parties. The 2 parties to life insurance, for example, is the insurance company and the insured or policy owner. Okay? The agreement starts out with the proposed insured or owner of the policy completing an application. That's actually the offer they're making. That's their indication to the insurance company that they would like to acquire insurance coverage. And then the acceptance of that offer is done by the insurance company when they actually issue a policy. Okay, so that's the first part. That's the agreement between the 2 parties. The second part is consideration. Consideration is kind of easy if you think it starts with C. So does the word cash. For example, on the insurance company side, the insurer side, their consideration is the cash that they would pay out in the form of a claim. Okay? Now, on the insured's or the policy owner's side, it's a 2-part. One of them starts with C. It's the cash that they pay in premium, so that's their cash. But it's also their answers on the application, which on a life insurance application, for example, the answers are always called representations. A representation is something that is the truth to the best of your knowledge at the time they're answering the application. So the proposed insured or owner has a 2-part consideration. One is the premium check, the other is the representations, the answers that they make on the application. The third part of competent parties has to do with whether or not anybody who's entering into the contract is under the influence of drugs or alcohol. If that's the case, if your proposed insured sits down and you can tell they've been drinking, you should not be taking an application. They're under the influence and they might not be making proper decisions for themselves. So you, as well as the person that you're taking the application from, must be not under the influence of any type of narcotic or alcohol. Okay? The last section is all contracts have to be created for a legal purpose. You cannot enter into a contract and try to insure something that is against the law. So all contracts apply to actions that are legal, no actions that are illegal. So those are the 4 elements or components that make up a legal contract. You have the agreement between the 2 parties. You have the consideration between the 2 parties. All parties must be competent, and the contract can only be written for a legal reason or legal purpose.